Are you ready to move your career forward? Make your comeback with Purdue Global and get college credit for your work, school, life, or military experiences. With these credits, you may have already completed up to 75% of your undergraduate degree. You've worked hard to get where you are. It's time to get the recognition you deserve and earn a degree you'll be proud of, one that employers will trust and respect. When you take the next step in your life and career, make it count with Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback at purdueglobal.edu.
Electrified looks different for everyone. Just like that all-electric Toyota BZ4X, rollin' smoothified. Or that hybrid Tundra, making everyone jealousified. Or that plug-in Prius, looking so dreamified. Toyota is electrified, diversified. The more ways we can choose to reduce carbon emissions, the closer we all get to Toyota's Beyond Zero vision for the future. Toyota, let's go places.
Hello! From Wonder Media Network, I'm Jenny Kaplan, and this is Womanica. This month we're talking about goddesses, mythical figures who've shaped culture, history, and imagination around the world. She's an old crone with a hurricane of gray hair and a piercing scowl. By day, she flies around in a mortar, carrying a pestle and commanding a murder of crows. By night, she lives in a hut that walks around the forest on a pair of chicken legs. She lures unassuming children into the tangled, dark depths of the wilderness, where she sometimes helps, but often harms them. Please welcome Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga is an old witch from Slavic folklore with an even older backstory. She was mentioned in writing in a book on Russian grammar in 1755, but stories featuring the ogress were shared orally much earlier. Scholars have found woodcuts with her likeness from the 17th century. Her mischievous and wicked antics have filled Slavic mythologies ever since. Some scholars believe Baba Yaga may have originally been an Earth Mother figure, or the personification of nature, exhibiting both cruelty and kindness. According to other researchers, Baba Yaga was meant to be the goddess of death. Baba Yaga's origins are not widely agreed upon. In one legend, she originates from the devil. The devil stewed 12 nasty women together in a cauldron to cook up the most perfect essence of evil. He gathered the steam in his mouth and then spat into the cauldron. The result? Baba Yaga. This most perfect evil then lived out her days exploring the forest in her flying mortar, using her pestle to grind up the bones of her prey. Baba Yaga sent her crows out each day to hunt for little children to bring back to her hut for a nice supper. Not to eat supper, but to be eaten as supper. In one popular story, Baba Yaga stays hungry. This version of the tale begins with a young girl named Vasilisa. When Vasilisa was 8 years old, her mother fell ill. While on her deathbed, she gave her daughter a magical doll. She told her to keep the doll with her always. Whenever Vasilisa found herself in a bind, she just needed to offer food or drink to the doll, and it would offer help. After her mother died, Vasilisa's father married a new woman with 2 daughters of her own. Vasilisa's father was often away, and left alone, the stepmother and stepdaughters abused Vasilisa. They forced her to clean the house day after day. Her stepmother sent away any suitors who tried to take Vasilisa away from her terrible home. One day, Vasilisa's stepmother asked her to run some errands in the forest. The stepmother knew an evil witch named Baba Yaga lived in the forest, and she hoped the witch would kidnap Vasilisa so she could be rid of her for good. But Vasilisa's magical doll kept her safe on her excursion. She collected a basket of berries and returned home. Furious, her stepmother sent her straight to Baba Yaga's hut to ask for fire. Baba Yaga agreed to give Vasilisa fire in exchange for work. Baba Yaga gave her task after seemingly impossible task, and with the help of her secret magical doll, Vasilisa was able to accomplish them all. She stayed in the forest this way for a while as Baba Yaga's servant. Baba Yaga agreed to not eat Vasilisa so long as she was able to complete the chores she was assigned. The old witch was shocked that Vasilisa was up to the task, time and time again. Finally, Baba Yaga demanded to know how Vasilisa was able to perform all the tasks. Vasilisa told her about her mother's magical doll, and Baba Yaga banished her from her hut. She didn't allow any blessed objects in her home. Before Vasilisa left, Baba Yaga gave her a skull filled with the fire she was sent to retrieve in the first place. When Vasilisa finally returned home, the fire burned so bright it scorched her stepmother and her stepsisters to a pile of ashes. Thanks to Baba Yaga, Vasilisa was free from her oppressive family and went on to become a seamstress, marry the king, and live happily ever after. Often, old women in folklore fall into two archetypes, wicked witch or evil stepmother. Either way, they're always the antagonist. Despite her moments of altruism, Baba Yaga falls into this trap. In most stories, she's meant to be feared, not related to or admired. But in truth, Baba Yaga is much more complex. She's more of a morally ambiguous trickster than a villain. And if you look at her in a different way, she can be just as inspiring as any fair maiden in a fairy tale. Baba Yaga is empowered. She lives on her own terms, alone in the forest without a family to be responsible for or social norms to follow. She subverts the idea that women should be nurturing and agreeable. Her hut walks around on legs, so she literally isn't tied down to a home. She's unpredictable, untamable, and reminds women of all eras to tap into their wickedness and strength. Her enduring influence is seen in pop culture today. The title character in the action film series John Wick is called Baba Yaga by his foes. The bathhouse owner in the Studio Ghibli film Spirited Away was inspired by Baba Yaga. And many authors have tried their hands at modern and feminist reimaginings of Baba Yaga stories. No longer confined to just the villain archetype, Baba Yaga is respected as an independent-minded and clever witch. All month, we're talking about goddesses. For more information, find us on Facebook and Instagram at Womanica Podcast. Special thanks to Liz Kaplan, my favorite sister and co-creator. Talk to you tomorrow.
No one likes to talk about money. Am I saving enough? Can I buy a house? Am I paying too much in taxes? Will I be able to retire? What if you could unlock insights about your finances in less than 5 minutes with a clear picture of where you stand today and where your money can work harder? Now you can. Visit Facet.com to take the free quiz and get your financial wellness score today. That's FACET.com. This ad is sponsored by Facet. Facet Wealth Incorporated is an SEC-registered investment advisor. This is not an offer to buy or sell securities, nor is it investment, legal, or tax advice.
It's Ellie Kemper from the podcast Born to Love with a little straight talk about Straight Talk Wireless. See, Straight Talk Gold or Platinum Unlimited plans give you unlimited 5G data and a free Walmart Plus membership and free delivery from your local Walmart store and an included Paramount Plus subscription. I just said plus or and about 57 times, and that's how much value you get from Straight Talk Wireless. Switch or learn more today at Walmart or StraightTalk.com.
Requires active service. One offer per eligible Straight Talk account. Standard data usage applies. For Walmart Plus, $35 order minimum for free delivery. Restrictions apply. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. Additional terms apply.
Right now, it's the biggest sale of the season at CVS. The Big Fall Wellness Sale is going on now through October 14th. Use your Extra Care card to shop the lowest prices of the season with new deals each week.